the Cleveland Browns have made a ton of head waves for multiple reasons. And I think probably there's two things that we can talk about. I don't want to get too much into the team because that will be like more of like our preseason preview. But I just think we should talk about this quarterback room. And first, Shador Sanders will lead this topic, and hopefully that like the AI grabs it and pushes it because I don't really have much to say about this, and he'll be in the thumbnail as well because he'll just get the most clicks if you
For
just
sure.
talk about Shador Sanders. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, I don't think that there's much to talk about. And just the official depth chart that got released by the Browns, I think that probably fits the mold. Is Kenny Pickett is the one, Dylan Gabriel is the two, Joe Flacco is the three, and Shador Sanders is the fourth string quarterback. Um, One, I want to hear what you have to think about this QB room, and as a if you can put yourself in the Cleveland Browns shoes, how would you feel about Kenny Pickett being your QB1 going into the season?
Well, are we sure that Shador is the fourth string quarterback? Because this
Yeah.
article that I'm reading out of a Mexican sports article says that Shador Sanders recently wrapped up Brown's practice session with his arm on fire.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah. During a precision passing drill, he connected on nearly every throw, hitting his receivers in stride and showing off both technique and arm strength. So, are we sure he's four?
I have absolutely no idea. I think that I think what Shador Sanders is most focused on right now, and just based off of his vibes and seeing him like talk to people, is making the roster, being a vibes guy, and trying his best to just make an NFL roster and not
Yeah.
ruffle any feathers.
Right. Fair. Okay. So, on a more serious note, the Browns announcing that Kenny Pickett is their starting quarterback as of now, with Dylan Gabriel taking um, second team reps. I mean, that's a dark time, and there's been some dark times in Cleveland Browns quarterback history. Um, but this, so this technically fits right on par with the rest of it. Um, Kenny Pickett's a career backup, nice guy, Super Bowl champ, career backup. Um, Dylan Gabriel is an undersized, left-handed, immobile QB um, with not a great arm.
He stinks.
And then your third string is a 45-year-old Joe Flacco who will probably be able to give you 5 good games in a season if he ends up playing more than if he ends up playing. But this is the type of thing that I would expect from the Browns, not only because it's the Browns, but because they sold their soul for Deshaun Watson. It didn't pan out, and now they're stuck with a makeshift quarterback room, just trying to figure out which one of these backup quarterbacks can be the starter for the season.
What I'm not really sure of is just is this like I know that like NFL teams don't like really tank, like, and there's not like many like talks of tanking. Like, are the Browns just the first like openly tanking team in the NFL? Like, I don't remember. And if you have one, I mean, tell me, but usually isn't the case ever.
The Eagles did it too.
Yeah,
Remember
when they benched Carson Wentz.
and Nate Sudfeld came in and played the entire second half of the game, and it led them to get like the second or third overall pick, one of them. So yeah, the Eagles did it, but that was already deep enough into the season. Like that wasn't the intention going into the year. This
Yeah,
is a different story. This feels more so like, hey, we know we're gonna suck, and they're just kind of like trying to make it seem like they're going to try. When you look at those guys who are in that quarterback room, and it's like, okay, well, you're not really trying. But the options weren't great. The options were not great. to go into this off season.
Real quick, Dov Kleiman, he tweeted, star Shador
Okay.
Sanders was one of the last players to leave Brown's rookie minicamp today. Shador is always willing to put in the extra hours. This speaks volumes about his character, a mindset that can't be taught.
Can't be taught. No other NFL quarterback is the last one to leave camp.
Okay, I'm sorry for doing that, but I saw that and it cracked me up. But yeah, you're right. The options aren't great, but also at the same time, it's like, at what point, as the Brown, we just listed the depth chart. We didn't include Deshaun Watson. Did you realize that?
Well, yeah, because he's not going to play.
He's not going to play, but I mean, they have 5 quarterbacks under contract next season. Like, that's just insane to even think about.
They better play all. They better play all of them.
I think you have to. I think it's at a point, like, it's just like, what do you have to lose? Really, a big question that I have for you is, like, if you're Kevin Stefanski, when do you ask to just get fired?
I don't know, dude.
Like,
He's
seriously.
like, you know that meme that's like the guy that's like, "Why do you keep giving me your toughest battles?" And it's like
Yeah.
him asking God. That's Kevin Stefanski right now, except God is like saying, "Dude, you're coaching the Browns."
Yeah. But, like,
So
when do you go to ownership and you're just like, "Hey, like, I think you guys are I think that we suck and we're never gonna be good, and I don't wanna be stuck here the rest of my life." Like, it's just like, at this point, like, they're not even giving him like a fair shot, a fair shake at things. Like, it's just rough.
they got rid of the best quarterback that the Browns have had in the last 25 years in Baker Mayfield. And I mean in Deshaun Kaiser and
Yeah.
and haven't I mean they tried. They tried with Deshaun Watson, but that was a huge risk in the first place. Um, I think if you're Kevin Stefanski and the Browns end up having, which they likely will, a top 3 pick this season, um,
No doubt.
I think after this next quarterback plays out, um, with whoever they take in that top 3 pick, hypothetically, I think if it doesn't pan out after that, then it's probably just time to move on.
For, like, the franchise should just end.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, yeah,
like they should move on from trying to be like a football franchise.
yeah. They get relegated and get sent to Canada.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very, very interesting situation. I mean, especially with a team that made the playoffs 2 years ago, where it felt like they were finally like trending in the right direction, and now like it just seems like they're not at in any way, shape, or form. I mean, injuries, bad signings, unable to have a good quarterback. It just seems over for the Browns. Really, really, somebody said this. I forget who it was, but at a point, like, you have 4 quarterbacks on the roster, 5 if you counting Deshaun Watson during summer and everything like that. It sounds like they're just like fine with Joe Flacco, kind of like not doing anything. Like,
Yeah.
on paper right now, it's like, hey, you're good. We know you're good. We know what we're gonna get from you. You don't have to put too much work in. Blah blah blah. But these rest of the guys, so like Shador, Gillen Dabriel, and Kenny Pickett, like, they're going to be splitting reps, and that sounds like it's going to be splitting reps between Kenny Pickett and Gillen Dabriel, not Shador Sanders. So it's going to be interesting to watch everything play out. Again, I don't think this team stinks. Like, if you really look at everything that this team has, I mean, they have Myles Garrett. They took Mason Graham and with a top 5 pick. They traded back. They have assets, but their receiving room stinks. Their offensive line gets worse every single year. Their running back room's terrible. Quarterback room sucks. I mean, Jeremiah Owusu-Karamoah is not playing this season due to a neck injury. It's dark times in Cleveland. I mean, I don't know what they can possibly do.
They have to get off of the Deshaun Watson money and just hope that whoever they get in one of the top 3 picks next season is like hopefully the truth.
The
like,
truth. Yeah, the truth.
Like we talked about Drew Aller earlier. I'll actually be so upset if he goes to the Browns, but at the same time, if he's the guy to bring Cleveland from the ashes, like he'll go down, he'll get a statue if they win 2 playoff games.
I mean, if they can win 10 games, he might get a statue.
Yeah, like luckily for the Browns, there seems to be a good amount of quarterbacks in this upcoming draft.
And they have the capital.
And they have the draft picks for sure. Obviously, we have to see how the college football season pans out, but you got to feel like you're in a decent spot for next year, which is unfortunate. Like, I never wish that on any fan base, just having to go into every season, just pure torture.
I'm not trying to tip my hat too far ahead to our season preview, but I think that this team might go winless this season, and I think I'm going to bet it. I just don't see them winning a football game. There's no way. There's no way this team wins a football game. Unless if Myles Garrett plays running back for them and returns kicks and has 12 sacks in a game, I don't think that they can win a football game this year. So
he has like a pick 6 and like 2 fumble recoveries inside of like the other team's like 20-yard line.
Yeah. That's the only way.
That gets them 13 points. And they win 13-7.
Dark times in Cleveland.
I just don't get, like we said, there wasn't really that many options, but it's just dark. It's really dark over there. It's bad. I just spit it. Good girl, we're getting paper as a passion.